Okay, so I don't know if you guys saw, I posted on my personal page, but I'm going to be running a 5-day free group called Dream Out Loud starting next week. Like I just said before, I have no idea what I'm posting in it yet, but it's really just going to be focused on, surrounding people and ourselves with positivity and just really focusing on what we want as our dreams and how to pursue them. Um, and I don't think I'm going to require people to do a free coach sign up just because it doesn't really make any sense. Um, and I feel like it's a lot of value that can be put out to, anybody. I don't know, like if I see somebody from another team and they request to join, I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. Um, but, I'm not going to put out to new prospects like, hey, you have to sign up for free coaching, even though this doesn't make any sense to do with it. But I am going to try and gear the end of the group towards, if you'd like to be surrounded by even more positivity, and, I'm going to kind of gear it, I think, towards, helping people see their full potential and what they want to do. And, living a healthy life usually has something to do with that. So I'm not quite sure what the posts are going to be yet, but I'm excited for it just because I've been doing a whole lot of personal development lately, and I think it's something that's going to be really beneficial for everybody. So that's going to be my free group. If you guys want to put together a free clean eating group or free whatever group, you are more than welcome. And if you do and you want to pair up with people, just post in the coach group, and that way you can do that. So that's going to start on the 14th. As you know, the 30-day Back to School, Back to You group just started 2 days ago, not today. And that was on the 7th. So Dream Group's on the 14th, and then the 5-day coach sneak peek is going to start on the 21st. So the day that you guys really want to start inviting to that is probably like Thursday, Friday, of next week. So that way it gives you 3 to 4 days to invite people and to tell people about the coaching opportunity, and just be like, hey, I have a 5-day free group starting soon. It's really just going to cover everything on everything to do with coaching. So, and you're going to be able to ask live questions in there. You're going to be able to interact and everything. And, you guys have been in it before, so you know how it goes. If you do put people in that group, make sure you guys are commenting. Make sure you're not just leaving it up to me and the people, because, coaching and Beat Friday is about the community, and you want to make sure that you show them that, especially like they're going to be signing up for our team. You want to make sure that they know that this team is going to be there for them and it's a good team environment. All right. So next, I don't know if you guys saw that I posted today. I love Melanie Mitro's time management training. She's like the queen of time management. And I posted a training call that I watched from her today. Around 24 minutes is when you want to start watching it, because there's a lot of, just Success Club and all that kind of stuff before that. But it's about a half hour long. She gives a ton of really awesome tips. And one thing that I took away from it is the use of Google Calendar. I think I'm going to start trying to use that, especially because my assistant actually asked me to use that yesterday. So I can just keep him up to date on things, but it really looks like a really efficient way to make sure that you guys are getting in everything that you need to get done in a day, but also making sure that you have time blocked off for just yourself and your family, and that you can just completely put your phone down and be with them, because really that's what we're doing this for the most part. You don't just want to take away everything from your family just because you're doing this. And it also makes it really effective so that you can sit down with your spouse and be like, hey, or, if you have a spouse, obviously, but you could be like, hey, this is what my week looks like, so that they know what it looks like. They're not going to be annoyed with you being on your phone at certain times of the day, because they know that's what your work schedule is, period. So definitely take a look at that video. It's really great. Now, for all of you Emeralds, I created that Emerald group. So it's called, what did I call it? I don't even remember what I called it. It's just like yesterday that I created it. Oh, mom brain. Anyways, emerging leaders, that's what I called it. And I am going to be posting a lot more in there. I just haven't really started yet because I've had a lot going on. But I'm excited about it. I'm really excited to get everybody who's in there moving forward with their businesses, because Emerald is just the first step. You know, yes, you can go to Ruby from there, but who really cares about Ruby? You want to go Diamond and Star Diamond. And I also am going to be posting the Emerald to Diamond trainings in there when they're available, because I mean, that's exclusive to Emerald. So you definitely want to get to Emerald as soon as possible, not only for all the benefits, but just because you're going to be getting a whole lot more training, a whole lot more, just information, because I don't want to overwhelm new coaches who are in the group thinking that they have to do a lot more. Further from that, who has a success partner in here? Just high five me. Okay, so pretty much only one person. So whoever doesn't have a success partner, get a success partner. And if you have a shitty success partner, get a new success partner. Because really, a success partner is there. No, actually, Lila quit. So you definitely want a new one then. So yeah, if you don't have a success partner, not a sex partner. Wow. Okay, Angel. A success partner is somebody who's really just going to help to push you to the next level. They're going to be there to give you a kick in the ass when you need it. You don't want a success partner that okay, I know it's fun. You don't want a success partner that is just going to be like, oh, well, you don't want to do this, that's cool. Or you don't want a success partner that's just going to sit there and bitch with you. You want somebody that's going to help push you, and when you are feeling down, they're going to help lift you back up, and for you to do the same. You want to have somebody who is going to do trainings with you, who is going to run groups with you, who is going to share ideas and bounce ideas off of each other, and just you guys can help each other grow your businesses. You do not need to have a success partner that is in the Fit and Free coach group or even the Pure Synergy coach group. If you want to be added to Josh Spencer's group, Team Next Level, I can always add you guys in there. I just don't add everybody in there at first, because that can be super overwhelming to new coaches to get added to like a million different groups than you're already added to. So if you want to be added into there, just send me a message on Facebook and I can add you real quick. But you want somebody that's really looking towards building their business the same way that you are. So if you're like, hey, I'm cool with Emerald, obviously you don't want somebody who's looking to go Star Diamond. Rather, they wouldn't want you to be their success partner, you know? So a success partner is super important. Get your asses on it. All right, now to the meat of the call. I am going to be talking about Instagram because Shelby has been requesting it. And honestly, Instagram is really where I've built the majority of my business. I found Shelby from Instagram. I found a ton of my coaches from Instagram, actually. And it is an amazing tool because you on Facebook are limited to, people that you know directly, especially when you're first starting out. And on Facebook, you can't really just post fitness, 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 because it's just going to look like you're one-track minded, and it's going to be annoying and spammy, and it's just not cool. So on Instagram, it's a completely different ballroom. It's, you can post fitness stuff all the time. You can post things that have a call to action every single post, and it's not going to be annoying because, you know what, before I get into that, I'm just going to pull it up so you guys can see. So let me get into it real quick. Hold on one second while it connects. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let me share my screen. All right, can you guys see that? I think you're nodding yes. Okay, so I'm going to go straight into Instagram. And on Instagram, this is what Instagram looks like. If you do not have an Instagram, which I highly doubt any of you do not have an Instagram, definitely make one right away. So right here, as you can see to the far left on the bottom, that's your home screen. That's where you're just going to see everybody that you're following. Next is the search bar. So you can actually search people, you can search hashtags, you can search places, and that's really where you're going to want to concentrate on finding new people. But I will go into that in a few minutes. The fourth over, that little heart, is where you can see all of your activity of people that are commenting on your stuff and are following you and are liking your photos and all that kind of stuff. And the next one over to the very right on the bottom is your profile. So that's where we're going to start. Now, for your Instagram handle, your username, you want something that's going to be about you. It can be your name, especially if you're branding specifically yourself. I used to have just Angel Stutsko, but now I have the Fit and Free Mama ever since I branded myself. And you want a picture just like on Facebook where it's your face, you're smiling, you can see teeth, people can see that you're approachable. Now, your Facebook or your Instagram profile, you do not, and I repeat, you do not want to have anything Beachbody related, meaning you don't want your Beachbody coach website. You don't want to say, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach, or a Shakeology website, or anything like that. That's super salesy. You're just going to blend in with every other Beachbody coach on Instagram. You just don't want that. So as you can see with mine, I have stay-at-home mom to Jackson and Ellie, work-at-home mom as an online fitness coach, inspiring other mamas to be healthy, and then I have my Facebook profile, and I have it as a Bitly link because I love using Bitly just for the fact that I can actually track where the clicks are coming from, and I can see how many times it is being clicked. Now, you can edit your profile by going just to edit profile, and that link that you guys see on the bottom right there, that's going to be right here. So that's where you want to put your link. You don't want to put it in your text because that's not going to be clickable. So when you are actually setting this up, I have a lot of people ask me how I get it to be lined up perfectly, because you can just type everything out, and if you do spaces and everything, sometimes it'll just kind of blend together. I actually did this by going on my computer, going to instagram.com/myprofile, and logging in from there and fixing my profile that way. And that's really the only way that I found to do it, but it works. You can edit your picture by going to that, and that's pretty much it with your profile. You can have your email, you can have your phone number. I don't have mine on there just because I get a lot of weird people on there too. So, and that's that. Okay. So when you're on here, what do you guys, somebody unmute themselves when you have an answer to this. What do you guys notice about my profile? Or what do you guys notice a lack of?
Extra stuff.
What do you mean?
Like, it's very direct. Like, you say who you are, basically what your posts are going to be about, just in it, without having to say too many words. And it's not like, it's you, it's not someone else, it's not generic.
Right. And it's not all about Beachbody. That's what I'm trying to get at. With Instagram, there are so many Beachbody coaches out there, and there are so many copy and paste coaches, and there are just so many coaches that just blend into the crowd. You want to have your brand on here. You want to have your face everywhere on here. You want your first 6 posts, the ones that people see right away, to show what you're about. So you can see I have a challenge group post on here. I have a picture of my kid on here. I have something with my brand colors. I have stuff about organization because I'm OCD. I have another picture. You can actually see this one has Team Beachbody Coach in it, but it's pretty tactful, isn't it? You can see I have a value post, which this video shows how I make one of my son's favorite snacks. And it has a call to action on it, which is try this meal or snack. And you have to go to my Facebook like page in order to see what the video is, because Instagram only allows you 15 seconds to do a video with. So basically, what you want your profile to look like is not like a Beachbody coach. You want it to be you. You are branding you. You are not just selling Beachbody, you're selling yourself. Always remember that. So if you go down my profile, you can see that I have a lot of fitness stuff, but it doesn't scream Beachbody. It screams me. It has a lot of different things about me, but it also has groups that I'm running. It has things that are related to me. It has fitness. It has my kids. It has basically everything that I'm about. And that's what you want on there. Because literally somebody can be scrolling through your face or your Instagram and they can make a judgment on whether or not they want to follow you within 5 seconds or less. So imagine you always want those 6 posts up top to be really good posts. So you don't really want to be posting just crap. I would definitely recommend posting probably 3 to 5 times a day, just like on Facebook, because all Instagram posts are real time. So, your post isn't going to pop up on somebody's feed just because somebody commented on it like it would on Facebook. It's going to pop up in their feed because you posted it at that moment, or because they searched a hashtag that has to do with your picture. Now, let's see here. For when you're tagging things, I have a set of tags for pretty much everything that I do. So whether it relates to my kids, whether it relates to a challenge group, you can see all that stuff. And I think you can have up to 30 tags, I want to say. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure it's 30. But for that, I want to make sure that you guys are not wasting your time. You want to put in a note on your phone all of your hashtags. So that way you can just copy and paste, and you're not sitting there trying to type out every single hashtag over and over again, because you're going to be wasting a lot of time doing that. Believe me, I've done it, and it's a huge time waster. So let me go back into there. Now, when you're tagging posts, you want tags that have to do with your target market. You don't want to be tagging stuff like 21 Day Fix or Beachbody Coach. Never tag your post Beachbody Coach. The only people that are going to be searching for that are other Beachbody coaches. Don't waste your hashtags. You want to be not doing stuff that's super generic, like weight loss. I could probably just replace that with something else, because take a look at this. I just clicked on weight loss, and I'm going to wait about like 2 seconds. Let me refresh that. Okay, well, oh wait, it's because the top posts are there. Instagram has changed a little bit recently, so let's see, most recent. All right, well, Instagram's lying to you right now. Normally, when you refresh on a really popular hashtag like weight loss or something that's really generic, you'll just see things refreshing over and over and over again. Like, your post is not going to stay up for very long. So you want things that are really targeted to what your target market is. So like I have breastfeeding, I have in this certain one organization, Happy Monday because it was a Monday, Fit Mama, Fitness Addict, Post Baby Body, because when I wrote these hashtags out, it was pretty much right after I had Ellie. So you really want stuff that focuses on the person that you're trying to reach, because ultimately you are going to be found because of your hashtags. So when people go to the search bar and they search Fit Mama, oops, might help if I type that out right. Your posts are going to be showing up in here, and that's how people are going to find you. That's why if you don't hashtag on Instagram, you might as well not even use it, because nobody's going to see you unless people that are already following you have seen it. So use your hashtags wisely, and use hashtags that are going to be targeted towards your target market, because that's how people find you, like I said. Let's see here. Like I said, in every single post, you can have a call to action. So let's see here, my 3-day refresh. You can see my third paragraph down. I'm excited to start the refresh again tomorrow and to start my next 30-day group on Monday. So I'm telling people, and I'm saying, who's ready to take on September with me? Another challenge group post. I'm telling them what they're going to get. It's time sensitive, so they need to receive everything before September 2nd. I'm giving them information, but I'm also telling them that they need to add me on Facebook as well, because that's where your groups are based from. That's really ultimately what you want to use Instagram for, is to drive business over to your Facebook so you can talk to them more. So you can use a call to action on pretty much every single post. You can be pretty much totally fitness, because this, Instagram is a very targeted, it's a very targeted social media website. It's, it's not like Facebook where you have to be showing different sides of yourself. You can, and I actually encourage that. I encourage showing what your life is about, because that's just how I believe it should be. But you can totally be fitness related, because if people are going to follow you, they're going to follow you for a reason. And if you're somebody that really loves cooking, post a lot of pictures of food and recipes, because people love that. And link it over to your blog or link it over to Facebook. Drive it to somewhere else where you can actually one-on-one talk with them. Like I said, you want to post for what your target market likes, and that has to do a lot with branding. So if you have not done the branding worksheets in the Fit and Free Coach group, definitely go and do that. Okay, I'm going to mention this just because it is something that has been helping me a lot with growing my Instagram business. When you can outsource, that means literally I pay somebody $20 a week to search hashtags for my target market, and they're going and liking and commenting on posts from people that are in my target market, and that's driving them to look at my Instagram. I didn't do this at all when I was first a new coach. So it's definitely not required, but now that I've grown my business more on Facebook, I shifted my focus over to there. So I have somebody running my Instagram basically, because I've already pretty much mastered that. But, for that, I literally had a phone call with my guy, and he knows exactly what I'm looking for. He has grown my Instagram following by like 2,000 people. And that's over the past few months. So, the more people you have following you on Instagram, the better, but only if they're actually in your target market. If you have a bunch of spam followers, or if you have a bunch of Beachbody Coach followers, or It Works, that really doesn't matter. You want quality followers over quantity, and that's why I like having somebody that's actually going out and finding a lot more people more than I can. Just because of time, I have a lot more things to do now. So that's something to consider. If you would like to learn more about that, you can message me or post in the coach group, and I'd be happy to talk to you about it. Now, let's see how much time we have left. We have 7 minutes left. So does anybody want to have me look at their profile on here? Unmute yourself if you do.
You can look at mine. I just changed it. Using like the same, I actually used the note thing on my phone to like copy and paste.
Okay. Yeah.
That way I could do the little thingies. I tweaked it so that way it has my target market in.
Yeah, no, your profile looks really good. Same thing that you have, stay-at-home mom, work-at-home mom. You're talking about fitness, you're talking about food, which is what you're all about. You have your Facebook profile. All of your pictures, you can definitely tell who you're trying to target. Well, let's see what you're doing here. So you can definitely add more hashtags to your posts, especially like one like this, positive vibes. That's good, but you want to add more hashtags because that picture is not going to be found by most people, which is probably why there's only 2 likes on it, just because your hashtags are how people find you.
Right.
Same thing with these. So I would definitely suggest searching for popular hashtags that have to relate to what you're posting about and your target market, and definitely start using those hashtags.
Okay.
But otherwise, everything looks really good. Profile picture looks good. Your profile looks good. Good job. All right. Anybody else?
I have to work on mine, but you can check it out.
Okay, so one thing I notice about yours is I don't see you at all. I don't see you at all. I don't see, anything in your profile telling you what your profile is all about.
Okay.
Same thing with Shelby with your hashtags. It's good to have, really targeted hashtags, but you want to have more of them. Like I said, you can have between 25 and 30. It'll tell you that you can't have enough. It'll like give you a little red arrow. But definitely you want more of yourself on here. You want more of what you're about. You want more of who you're targeting and what's going to appeal to them. And the quotes and everything, that does add value, but you want to add value from yourself as well. Because like I said, as a coach, you are not selling Beachbody, you're selling yourself.
Okay.
All right, so does anybody have any questions before we end? Because we have about 4 minutes left.
I do, about the success partner. Does it have to be the opposite gems? Do you know what I'm saying?
You don't have to have it as your opposite gem. It actually helps to have somebody that's similar to you because you're going to get along better.
Okay.
I've
had like quite a few, but I just can't I don't know. You know how like personalities don't click and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, and that's totally fine. Like I had a few in my earlier coaching days that just weren't a good fit for me either. I'm going to stop sharing this. That weren't a good fit for me. So now I have a partner that, we get along great. We're pretty much around the same rank. We're still both pushing. But, you want somebody that you get along with, because if you don't get along with them, it's not going to be good. It's not going to help. So definitely just keep searching until you find somebody good for you.
Okay.
Anybody else? I'm pretty sure I covered everything with Instagram. I might have forgotten a few things. Okay, so if there's no other questions, I just want to end with, I always see, good, Shelby. I always see people, really devaluing themselves. And I'll see people coach or post in the, both coach groups, both in Fit and Free and the Pure Synergy, along with, the What Would You Say group, about how people, they think things are too expensive, but they still want people to coach them, even though they get things from eBay or Amazon, or they want to do the payment plan. I just want to say, remember that you are what you're selling. You are not selling Beachbody. You are selling yourself. You are the coach that they are going to work with because you are you. And so you always want to remember your value. You're not going to have, you're not going to go to a hair salon and say, hey, I got my hair cut here, but I want you, I paid somebody else, but I want you to cut my hair. It doesn't make any sense. And, you are valuable. You are the person that they are going to be connecting with, and who are you? You are going to be giving them the support. So you want to make sure that you remember your value, and just if they don't recognize that, then just move on, because that's not fair to you. And if they don't value you, just move on, basically. So my computer's freaking out once again, so I'm going to end this, hoping that this entire call saved, and I will get it posted as soon as possible for you guys, okay? All right, have a good night.